Hey guys, Morgan here. Welcome to the Daily Draft where we take Magic one draft at a time. I am joined today by a special guest, my friend Greg. Greg, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Greg, what are your qualifications to be a guest on this stream?
Well, I am a local Magic player from Minnesota, and I draft with Morgan all the time at our local game store and with friends. So she invited me to come on the show and do a draft with all of you.
And are you preparing for any big Shadows over Innistrad limited events
I
recently?
am. Well, there's the RPTQ, the Regional Pro Tour qualifier, coming up this weekend, which is sealed. So I'm hoping to get on my first Pro Tour by doing well at that event. So I'm trying to get a lot of limited practice this week. So Morgan agreed to help me out with some extra limited practice today.
And also, I just wanted to have him on my stream because he's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan.
We're gonna jump into a Shadows over Innistrad Swiss draft.
Awesome.
Got some mad tickets. Did really well on a couple of A4s last night. So
Sweet.
I happened to startled awake in one of my drafts.
Wow.
It was not good, actually. That was the draft that I didn't do well in out of the ones that I played. Alright, so Greg, tell us about your impressions of the Shadows over Innistrad format. What do you like?
I am very biased in this format towards the color green. So I've done like 20 drafts, and I want to say 15 or 16 times I've ended up in green. I think it's a great color. It has some of the most powerful cards in the format. It has some really cool, interesting decks. You can end up with a green-white kind of humans aggro-y deck. You can be in the green-blue clue deck. You can have a green-red deck with a lot of werewolf synergies. You can have a green-white or green-black deck with a lot of delirium things going on. I found it to be the most diverse color, and so I really like drafting green cards. They rarely lead me astray. I also love the blue-red spells deck when you can make it work. I've taken some Rise from the Tides embarrassingly early, hoping that that will pan out, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't, and when it does, it's great. And, I love making clues, too. That's just a lot of fun. Hey, this might be a dumb question. Can they see us?
No.
Oh, they can't see us.
No.
They're just listening to us.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
I don't use a webcam because there's, no good place to put it on my normal interface, because otherwise it'll, either cover the, the board or some of the drafts. It's, it's kind of hard to stream that way.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to get started here soon. As soon as more people join the queue. Why are no people in this queue?
Yeah, this is slow.
Oh, maybe they're all playing 10th edition draft.
Oh, man.
That's probably false. Okay, so one of the ways that you might recognize Greg, and one of the good reasons to follow him on Twitter, is because of the currently probably trending hashtag. Oh, that was from April.
No.
Never mind. The sweet hashtag selfies with planeswalkers. So as you can see, Greg will go to events and take pictures with planeswalkers.
They're not all with planeswalkers. We had to, after a couple days, we ran out of planeswalker banners. So, as you can see, there's Porphyros and Deathrite Shaman. There's some other other Magic cards that aren't planes. Oh, our draft is live.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's Greg. What is your Twitter handle?
Oh, it's at Magic Michelp, Michelp. And I post about how I'm doing in events and about planeswalker selfies mostly. Recently, Grand Prix have not had new banners. They all have the same planeswalker banners, so I haven't had as many options to do new ones.
Alright, Greg. Looking at this pack, I have reserved Angelic Purge just to be safe, but is there anything else that kind of makes you interested in taking that over an Angelic Purge?
Well, there's Nephalia Moondrakes, which I don't think is worth a first pick. Blue is good if you can get into one of the really nice archetypes, which that doesn't really lead us to. But there are some good red 2-drops like the Gibbering Fiend and the Sanguinary Mage, but I don't really want to take those first pick. Tooth Collector's okay, but again, not a first pick. Angelic Purge, I think, is one of the better commons in the set. It's great removal. I'm always happy to have it in my deck, so I'm pretty in on Angelic Purge.
Alright, have you ever played with the Stenzia Masquerade?
Only in Pack Wars, where it was great. Oh, well, there's Startled Awake, which you were just saying. I have never drafted that card, so I would be willing to try it.
Alright.
Otherwise, Manic Scribe is here for the mill theme. One of the last times I drafted with Morgan, she milled me out with a Manic Scribe.
Yeah.
And it was quite embarrassing.
I tend to draft Manic Scribe way more than I should. Fun fact. I like Startled Awake. It's a good way to just win a game. We aren't necessarily committed to white quite yet, although blue-white is probably one of the stronger blue archetypes in my experience.
I like blue-red because of the spell themes and blue-green because of the clue themes, but I've seen some good blue-white decks pull together too.
Blue-white is the one that needs the least work, in my opinion. Like, you can have just a random flyers. We're taking this BTW. Oh,
that's
man!
Fine. Ooh, so
oh, man! We could be doing it. What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. If this were the RPTQ, I would probably take Aberrant Researcher here. But I don't know. We could just take Fleeting Memories and see where it goes, right?
Well, the thing about Startled Awake is it's kind of, because it's such a strong mill card, it mills the top 13 cards, which is like probably around 50% of your opponent's deck by the time you get around to casting it. It actually, you don't need a lot of support for it. So taking Fleeting Memories seems a little aggressive.
Yeah.
And we could just take the Aberrant Researcher and have a very good flyer in our deck.
I agree. Other than that, I guess Watcher in the Web is another good card, but I think I'd rather take the powerful flyer here.
Any love for Giss's Bidding?
I'm not sure I've ever cast that card.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a little biased.
All right. This one, we can stay blue. We can take this Stitch Mangler.
I like Stitch Mangler. I like Voldaren Duelist.
Ooh.
I think it's a great red card. It doesn't really complement what we have so far. But that's okay. It's still early. Again, there's a Watcher in the Web, which is good for this like stalling and winning with Startled Awake plan. And there's Griff's Boon, which is a strong card.
There's a second Stencia Masquerade too. Goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Stitch Mangler.
I think I like Stitch Mangler
this
too.
This is a fun plan, and Stitch Mangler helps kind of enable that by either stalling out the ground or allowing your little persistent nightmare to get in for damage.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever actually made dealt combat damage with Persistent Nightmare. I have, however, just the winded it.
Oh, that's a good feeling.
Yes.
Interesting.
There's a lot of vampires in these packs, friend.
There are a lot of vampires.
So, have you ever played the blue-red Madness deck? Not spells, but...
No, I have not. I do not have much experience with that deck, but I have seen it do very well. I also have never cast the card Prized Amalgam.
Alright, is that what you're kind of eyeing up here?
Well, what else do you think? I think
Incorrigible Use is probably one of the better cards in the pack, just because it's very good on its own. However, Prized Amalgam is pretty sweet. It is a 3/3 for 3, if anything, and I like Will Caller's Accomplice as something that you could get later. What do you think? All you.
I think we should go with the Youths. I think it's a stronger Magic card.
Alright, cool.
And red has seemed pretty open.
Yes. Alright. Well, we've got a couple of options here for red and blue.
Yeah, so I think the 3 most powerful cards in this pack are probably, Sleep Paralysis, Neonate, and Emissary, maybe?
I'd agree.
I'm inclined to take Sleep Paralysis, because it's unconditional removal. It's a little slow for the set. You don't want too many effects like that. But it is nice to be able to take something out.
I kind of like Insolent Neonate as a Madness Enabler, but our only Madness card so far is Incorrigible Youths, and I still like being on this plan.
Sure.
So
I think we should take Sleep Paralysis. I think it fits with what we have, and it's a very strong card.
I am game.
Ooh, so there's another Stitch Mangler, which is one of the better blue commons, I think. So I'm pretty happy to still see that in the pack. There's also, we've seen a lot of Sanguinary Mages. That's a fine card. A good 2-drop, which we don't have any of.
Yeah. I like Stitch Mangler because it doesn't commit us to any other colors. Like, I'd still like to be in white for this Angelic.
Yeah, white has seemed really closed. We have seen very few good white cards. Though maybe pack 2 will end up with some good white.
However, we've seen a lot of Watcher in the Webs, too. So
we have seen a lot of Watcher in the Webs.
We could be in a different color.
Yeah. I think we should go for Stitch Mangler.
Right.
I think it fits what we're doing the best.
All right. Ooh. Well, I like Reduce to Ashes quite a bit. I found that 5 damage is pretty much the sweet spot in this format, and there have been times where I'm like, well, he can remove it and then I'll get Delirium, but Reduce to Ashes does not do that.
That's true. It is another slow removal spell, and we already have sleep paralysis, which makes me like it a little less. Ghostly Wings has impressed me as putting it on a Stitch Mangler is kind of good. You can start attacking for 3, and then if they kill it, you can bounce it and then get it back. And there's also the Woodland Stream in case we maybe end up in green.
What do you think?
So I think we should go with Ghostly Wings.
All right, cool. That's what I took.
Cool. Oh.
There's a couple of good ones here. Is this... No,
This is the pack we opened, right?
I don't think so. I think the one that we opened...
Well, we have 8 cards, so this should be the one we opened.
Oh, you're right. I was just like, oh, that means the next pack might have a Manic Scribe in it.
Oh, yeah. I think we should take Gibbering Fiend.
Gibbering Fiend is sweet.
It's a good 2-drop. I'm surprised to see it still in the pack. It's more aggressive than what we're doing, but who knows where we'll
Put
end
a
up.
Ghostly Wings on it.
Yeah, true. Oh, man. I think we should take this Highland Lake.
Highland Lake is pretty solid mana fixing. I'm prone to agree.
Yeah. I think those 2 black cards are pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine creatures. I think we should take the Ghoul Caller's Accomplice.
I was about to say, Ghoul Caller's Accomplice is probably...
Although if we have Crow of Dark Tidings, we could mill Startled Awake and bring it back.
This is
Morgan, that's like the definition of value.
Sort of.
We missed our chance.
Oh, bummer.
Darn.
Whoops.
Okay. Startled Awake does give Cathar's Companion indestructible.
You're right. I think Moldgraph Scavenger being a wall is probably what we are more interested in should we end up in green somehow.
That makes a lot of sense. I agree. I like the Snapper.
Snapper it is. Ooh,
wow. That's an interesting last pick.
I mean, I don't know. Something about Warped Landscape makes me somewhat uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let's see. I like Tappelgeist a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's so cute, but also pretty good. I don't think it is appropriate to pick it here, however.
Yeah, this pack seems kind of weak to me.
Yes.
I'm not impressed with really any of our options. Some things we could do, we could take the Silent Observer on our blue stall plan. Also, Thraben Gargoyle is a good card at kind of at blocking and trading against aggressive decks and kind of presenting a win condition against non-aggressive decks. Ghoulsteed is fine if we end up doing some black zombie related things, which I'm not sure about.
I like Ghoulsteed here. I actually like Insolent Neonate quite a bit. The deck as it currently sits.
Yeah, because we might end up with some more Madness cards, and we have the Incorrigible Youths. Okay, I think I'm willing to take Insolent Neonate. I think I like it more than any of our other options.
I think it has a pretty high upside of Incorrigible Youths on turn 3, and these 2 are good, but they're not, like, defining how we're playing right now.
Right.
Here we've got, like, Niblis of Dusk.
I like Niblis of Dusk. I think it's a good card. I think we might be able to curve some people out with Niblis of Dusk and Aberrant Researcher and just win in the air.
That's fun. Like, we've got some sweet white cards here, but nothing that's really exciting. I haven't been super impressed by Briarbrush Patrol.
I think that card is often just worse than Byway Courier.
And there's also, like, a Solitary Hunter in the pack, which I would certainly take over the Briarbrush Patrol if I wasn't so interested in staying on target with this Niblis of Dusk.
I'm excited to see how this draft pans out. I don't have much experience with this deck at all, this kind of blue creatures deck.
Ooh, alright.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm a big fan of Compelling Deterrence.
We do have a lot of zombies. We have at least...
we have 2.
We have 2. Okay, 2 is maybe not a lot.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Like, if we wheel this Ghoul Caller's Accomplice, we could make everything going.
And it did wheel last time. We also have Pyrehound, which is another interesting option.
I don't think I've ever cast a Pyrehound.
Oh, Pyrehound is great. I guess we don't actually have that many spells, though. We just have literal Startled Awake. Okay, well, that makes that card a lot worse.
I like taking Compelling Deterrence here. I think it's Like, just a pretty
Yeah.
strong card in general.
I'm in.
And, like, it fits both, like, the tempo plan and the stall you out plan. Here, there's a Jace's Scrutiny. I have had my respect for that card increased by a lot since seeing it and just seeing it as a card that will help you define Jace's cosplay.
I think that Jace's Scrutiny is good the more creatures you have, because then you can do sweet things in combat with it. And if you look at our deck, it's mostly creatures.
This is true.
Which makes me want the Jace's Scrutiny.
And if we get another Fleeting Memories, well then let's...
Well, someone took the Fleeting Memories. Oh, Confirm Suspicions. This card is great.
I like Confirm Suspicions. There's also a Gibbering Fiend, which is sweet. Although, if you look, we haven't really committed to red in any meaningful way.
Yeah, we have not committed to red at all. I could still see us ending up in black, maybe, depending on what late picks we see. I think Confirm Suspicion, giving you the option to draw 3 cards, it's just great.
Also, it allows you to tutor with Tamiya's journal away. That's
not that that's relevant. I was talking to a friend recently, and they said that whenever you can cast Confirm Suspicions, you just do it, because investigating 3 times is great. And then later, I watched that friend play. He had Confirm Suspicions, and his opponent cast Pieces of the Puzzle, one of the weaker cards in the set. And he said, okay, sure, let's counter it.
Interesting pick here. There's a Wildfield Scarecrow, which is a nice wall, again, if that's what we're interested in doing. However, there's also a Diregraph Colossus, and we were talking about kind of eyeing up black a little bit, and I found Diregraph Colossus to actually be quite strong.
Yeah, so honestly, I've heard some kind of not great things about the blue-black zombies deck, but I feel like we have a lot of pieces of it if we're going to be there. Stitch Manglers, Compelling Deterrence, and a Diregraph Colossus here. We did pass the prized amalgam earlier, but I think I'm in on this Colossus.
All right, cool.
Well, maybe Scarecrow was better. I don't know. It's too late.
It's too late now. Well, this isn't a turtle zombie. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Silent Observer is kind of sweet. Look, if we're not playing red, our deck slows down a considerable amount.
Yes.
Merciless Resolve is great for enabling Delirium if we have it.
I don't think we have a single card with the word Delirium on it.
This is actually a pretty late Quilled Wolf.
Quilled Wolf is a great card. I'm surprised to see it so late. I don't think switching into green is a good choice, though. I think we should take the Silent Observer.
All right, deal.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if this card is good.
I think this card is great.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, it makes 2 bodies for 4 mana, 3 power.
I think having Diregraph Colossus makes it better than it would be.
Right.
Originally.
Imagine curving Diregraph Colossus into Draw New Corpse Trawler. You get 2 zombie tokens. Morgan, that's so many zombies.
That's so many zombies. You are correct.
Okay. Here's the pack we opened again.
I like taking Essence Flux here. It works really well with Stitch Mangler.
That's true.
Like with Draw New Corpse Trawler too, Drew Now Corpse Trawler. This card is actually pretty useful, and like
there's also a Sanitarium Skeleton. I don't see Essence Flux making our main deck, but I do still think it's the pick here.
I actually think that the amount of Essence Fluxes I want to play really goes up with the amount of Manix cards I want to play.
Okay, well, all right. So how many creatures are in our deck? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's not enough for me to want to cast Liliana's Indignation.
I like hate drafting either Thornhide Wolves or Confront the Unknown.
Let's take Confront the Unknown.
All right.
I think that's a better Magic card.
All right.
Ooh, there's the Ghoul Caller's Accomplice.
Hey,
I think
buddy.
we just have to snap that up.
Yep. I like taking Merciless Resolve.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about really either of these cards, especially when you have like Ghoul Caller's Accomplice.
Yeah, not at all. Ooh, I think Catalog is better. I've been very unimpressed with Behind the Scenes.
I have.
But can you just imagine all our little zombies skulking around?
They're so cute.
You know, just pushing through some damage.
I mean, the inability to activate Behind the Scenes' like pump makes me a lot less excited to have it. All right, so here's the thing.
Interesting.
We've got a Mad Prophet Or we've got Fleeting Memories back.
Well, we only have one card that makes a clue. Oh, and except Confirm Suspicions. Okay,
And
we have 2 cards that make clues.
Yeah, and we could probably get more.
Yeah.
We also, taking the Mad Prophet, we could splash it, I guess.
Yeah, Matt, ooh, have you ever Geist Blasted a Startled Awake?
No.
I haven't either, but I bet it's great.
I feel like Mad Prophet is the pick if we're picking a red
Yeah,
card.
I think so too.
I'm a little hesitant to take it, but like, Fleeting Memories seems really cool.
If we're not taking a red card, we're probably taking Raven Gargoyle. I don't. Oh, fine. If you want to take, we can. No. It's just a 5-mana mill 3 draw card in our deck.
I'd be happiest probably with Mad
Let's
Prophet.
take Mad Prophet. We do have the Highland Lake. We have a Warped Landscape, so we could maybe play it. Wow. Ugh. Well, Pack Guardian is a great Magic card.
I don't think we
can take it.
I like taking either Explosive Apparatus or Crow. Actually works really well.
Oh yeah, Crow seems to be a good place to be. There's also another Sleep Paralysis, but we're pretty clogged at 4 mana, and I'm a little worried about that. So
I'd prefer to take one of these.
I think we should take Crow of Dark Tidings.
Yeah, I love this art. By the way, this art is the crows are sweet. Look at their eyes. Ooh. Hello.
Wow.
This pack is kind of stacked,
This pack is great.
So we've got 4 spells, Just the Wind and Jace's Scrutiny for creatures, Giss's Bidding, and Reckless Scholar.
Yeah, so what do we actually have going on in terms of madness?
Nothing.
Well, we have Ghostly Wings. That's our only discard outlet.
Mm-hmm. Along with
Mad Prophet, which we might not even be able to play.
I mean, I'd say with a Highland Lake and a Warped Landscape, we're well
I think we should take Reckless Scholar. I think that's a very strong card.
I like it.
Even without Madness.
I'm a fan.
It is quite good. Well, there's another Geist Blast if we think we want to splash red.
I want to take the Geist
There's
Blast.
another Crow of Dark Tidings.
I like taking Geist Blast. I like taking removal that can win us the game. This is me being really, really pie in the sky, but
so we're gonna just be a little greedy.
Yes.
Here, okay, fine. We can be greedy.
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it.
All right. Well, we've got Tooth Collector here.
Is that a zombie? No, I think we should take Rancid Rats.
Rancid Rats. Rancid Rats is a zombie.
It is a zombie.
And it goes to the graveyard pretty easily.
Yeah, and it trades off. It helps us stall to the late game. I mean, Ongoing Investigation is a very strong card, but
we're probably not playing this either. Hopefully we're not playing that one. I like taking the Rancid Rats.
All right.
Too. Also, we do have this Compelling Deterrence that we're really getting well set up to play.
Yeah. Wow.
Sad face.
Kindly Stranger is a very strong card. I can't. It's hard for me to tell how easy Delirium will be to turn on. It seems like it'll be a little hard.
So we've got a couple of enchantments right now and a lot of instants and creatures. We don't really have a lot of sorceries.
Yeah.
We have Startled Awake.
We do have we have one Crow of Dark Tidings, which can help us turn it on.
And then we've got Warped Landscape plus Catalog and Reckless Scholar and Mad Prophet. But I think if we're taking a card with Delirium, it's definitely kind of Stranger.
The other option is probably Magnifying Glass, but I think the upside on Kindly Stranger is just too good to avoid, to miss. Whatever.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh. That card is probably not what we can do.
A Fevered Visions deck?
I don't think so.
I did this last weekend at Grand Prix Minneapolis draft a double Fevered Visions deck.
And how'd that go?
It was really, really sweet until I faced someone with a deck with pretty much only 1 and 2 and 3 drops.
Oh.
And then they just played so many cards that they never lost life to Fevered Visions. So I lost.
Okay. So we've got Tooth Collector and Press for Answers here as things that I think would be viable in the deck.
I think our deck's a little light on interaction, which makes me want the Press for Answers.
Okay.
It goes well with our Stitch Manglers, and
it actually adds to potential Delirium for Demon
Oh, that's
Possessed
true.
Witch.
We said we didn't have many sorceries.
Speaking of sorceries, I kind of like taking Nagging Thoughts here.
Yeah, that card's kind of fluff. It's never really bad, but it's never really great. So I don't mind taking it. We could also take Shamble back, fitting with our zombie theme, but that seems kind of bad.
Well, we could also take this explosive apparatus, or Macabre Waltz actually seems very good in this deck, now that I think about it more.
Because we can get 2 creatures back, and then discard a card. Yeah, that seems fine.
Like, we've got a couple of creatures that are probably going to end up dying.
Yeah.
We've got some stronger creatures.
Yeah.
I like taking Macabre Waltz here over the explosive apparatus.
Oof.
I'm gonna take the second Essence Plus.
Yeah, I mean, like, Aim High is probably the only card in this pack that'll make it into a deck. So we could deny our opponents that.
We could, or if we wheel the Manic Scribe that was in the Kindly Stranger pack, we just
Sure, I'm
change
in. I'm in.
directions
Essence
immediately.
Flux it is. Yup, you got it. Let's do it.
I mean, either way, we're probably holy.
Oh,
Hana.
yeah, let's take this Gissa's Bidding.
Alright.
It seems great.
MVD.
Let's take this Crow of Dark Tidings.
Alright, you sure you don't want the Seagraph Scab? It's also a zombie.
Yeah, let's take the Crow of Dark Tidings.
Okay. I had somebody play a Vessel of Volatility against me at the GP.
How was it?
Well, they played a Gatstaff Arsonists on turn 4 or something. It was,
Wow, okay, I guess that's pretty sweet.
It was okay.
Oh, on turn 4, though, as opposed to
Yeah.
turn 5, so they only got it out one turn early. That seems a little weak.
Yes. Alright, so this deck is super sweet. Gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of what we have going on so far.
I feel like the Geist Blast might be a little greedy, but we can always discard it to one of our discard outlets.
I think we should cut our 2 red cards. I think we're gonna be cutting good cards anyway.
Alright.
Okay, ignoring those, what are some things I want to cut? I really want to cut this Catalog. I feel like it's not doing much in our deck. I think Nagging Thoughts we can cut. I think Vessel of Para-Amnesia we can cut. That seems not very good.
That's actually cutting one too many cards.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
So-
gonna suggest maybe Ghostly Wings also.
I actually like Ghostly Wings a lot. I think, first of all, it adds to Delirium, and second of all, it gives you a good
Yeah,
way
we do have a Gissa's Bidding.
to Gissa's Bidding someone.
Alright, what do we think the largest number of 2/2 zombies we're gonna have on the battlefield today is?
How many zombies do you have? One,
Well,
two,
we have.
three.
Well, no, I mean like tokens.
No, this makes
That
a
makes a
token.
token. Okay, yeah, that makes a token.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The goal is 10.
The goal is 10. Is that our max?
No, because
No,
we
'cause
have
of
Macabre Waltz.
Oh yeah, well, but
And because of Ghostly
but like
Wings.
draw new Corpse Crawler that can make 2 with Diregraph Colossus.
Yeah. No, I counted all the zombies. Oh, no, you're right. So
Right.
11. 11 plus, barring Macabre Waltz shenanigans.
I think the over/under. Let's put the over/under at 4.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna take the over.
Okay.
I don't know if you wanna go against me and take the under.
I'll take 6. I'm gonna
You
take
think 6?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna make
over
6?
Yeah.
I said over/under was 4. I think we're gonna have 5.
Okay.
But I'm just being optimistic. We have to not kill people until we have 5 zombies on the battlefield.
I am totally
or
fine
6.
with that.
Okay. Wait, don't we have to add a card back in,
Yep.
right?
My thought is we could play Mad Prophet.
Oh, Mad Prophet and Highland Lake.
Yeah. Otherwise, we could play something like a Merciless Resolve, which adds to the ability to put a land in the graveyard.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna play Merciless Resolve, I would rather just play Nagging Thoughts. Because that also can get lands into the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's good with our Reckless Scholar because it has Madness.
Mm-hmm.
But Mad Prophet is a very powerful card. So
I think that maybe Nagging Thoughts is better just because it's something to do early, if anything.
yeah, so it looks like we have a lot of 2s, but Macabre Waltz, Press for Answers, Jace's Scrutiny. A lot of these you don't actually want to cast on turn 2.
Yeah, we have.
Where Nagging Thoughts is something that you can cast on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
It helps turn on our Kindly Stranger. It gets zombies in our graveyard for Diagraph Colossus. The other question, and I hate to ask this, is do we actually want to be playing Startled Awake?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Startled Awake is a card that is like an incidental win condition. So we're not necessarily stalling until we hit Startled Awake now. We're much likely to be attacking. But Startled Awake is something that we can do to put extra pressure
Yeah,
on our
I feel
opponent.
like we have a pretty good aggressive game plan here. With a lot of 2/2 zombies, we have ways to tap them down, we have flyers.
Our other option is to play like Silent Observer, which I cut because it
Yeah,
has one
we also
power.
have a 4-drop problem.
Yeah. We've got a couple of those, although like these guys aren't really 4s.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
This one's a 3, which we've got more 3s than we've got anything else.
Yeah,
So.
I think I like all of our 3s.
Yeah,
I don't want to
all
cut
of our 3s
any
are
of them.
fine. I am not throwing shade at our 3s. I think Nagging Thoughts, just because having an extra sorcery.
Oh, that's true. To
for the
flip our
perfected form.
Aberrant Researcher into a perfected form.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a perfected form on the battlefield?
I have. It got
Okay.
killed immediately.
That's really sad.
I also I had a sealed deck with 2 Bound by Moonsilvers, and my opponent played an Aberrant Researcher, and I put a Bound by Moonsilver on it, and my goal was to mill them out
Because
by...
it still triggers,
Yeah.
but it can't transform. Wow, that's great.
It didn't work. I killed them before that because when you have 2 Bound by Moonsilvers, your
Well,
deck is just pretty
That's
insane.
that's no fun. Why didn't we just mill them out?
I don't know, something about attacking. All right. So I disagree with this. I think
You
it
think
should
we
be
should an
8-8
8-8 split?
because we've got a bunch of 2-drops that are active. That are
Yeah,
black.
that makes a lot of sense. And we do have double blue cards, but both of them we don't have to cast until late.
And then we also have like a double black card or 2. I like
Yeah.
playing Kindly Stranger when you have 6 mana ideally because
Yeah, I
otherwise
do
your opponent
too.
can just like kill it.
I agree with that completely.
And we are going to be playing Warp Landscape for the purposes of Delirium.
Which
probably.
is really only on Kindly Stranger, but that is one of the strongest cards with Delirium anyway, so
Yes.
pretty happy to do that.
I think that's fine given our color requirements are pretty split.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to run this and we will see you guys in round 1.
Yeah, can't wait.